Hello, beautiful souls. Thank you for coming to the Art of the Oracle. I'm going to do a 3-card pick a card reading. Now, I'm going to do the reading asking what to expect, like in the next, like the end of the year here. So like the next 30 days, the next 45 days, what we can expect. And depending on which pile you choose, along with which crystal, will have information for you. So let's get started. I'm going to use Kim Krans, the Wild Unknown Archetype card, and I'm going to ask for 3 archetypes to kind of get us started. I feel like, maybe not. So these cards, I've said this the last couple times, I'm trying to use them more. 1, because I think that they're very, very relevant right now. And 2, because I really want to kind of loosen them up a little bit. So let's see what the cards are. Okay, so the first one here is the bridge. And with the bridge, I have this crystal that was gifted to me, and it's called the Wounded Healer. It's found in a very special place, I guess, here in Georgia, and I believe it's a type of quartz, and it looks like it has copper or something, so it's called the Wounded Healer. So that is for pile number 1, and let's ask for what do we have here for pile number 2. I think it's this one, the Warrior. And for pile number 2, I have this clear quartz stone. It's a polished stone, but it's a clear quartz stone. There's some, what I just saw when I turned it over was like a rainbow light, which is what's very interesting because there's a rainbow here between the horns about the Warrior, and it's card number 10. So we're going to add that, and then we're going to ask lastly for pile number 3. Okay, so it just popped open, which is the Shaman. And I just feel like these are going to be very, very powerful readings, I feel like. Because with the Shaman here, I have the raven. And this is an obsidian raven. So take a look at these 3 cards. Whatever you're being drawn to is what's meant for you. Obviously, if you feel like you're drawn to all of them, then watch all of them. You can pick, a question that you want to have answered and then go to each one of them. But the premise of the reading is that what are we going to expect from now to the end of the year? And so whenever it is that you're reading this, or seeing this or getting the reading for you is when you were meant to receive it. And that's going to be relevant to how this is going to play out for you. So thank you so much for being here. And I will be back shortly with pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3 for each reading. All right. Until then, take your time and sit with the energy. All right, so pile number 1, this is your reading. Very, very exciting. What I'd like to do is I'd like to go ahead and we're going to use the Angel of Atlantis. So I'm going to ask for reading number 1. What is the message here for the next 30 days or so till the end of the year? And ask for guidance here. So the angel, okay, so I feel like it's these. No, that's too many. All right. Oh, perfect. This one flew on the floor. Okay, we're going to do that. And then we're going to use the Spirit Mamas. And okay, we got a couple there for the Spirit Mamas. And then we're going to go to the Tarot. But first, what I'd like to do is go ahead and get the information for all of these cards coming out here, which is Time is of the Essence and the Renewal. Thank you so much for being here. So this is a 3-card pick a card reading, and I've asked for just information, overall guidance for what we can expect in the next 6 weeks or so, something like that. And I did a reading for myself before I did one, before these readings, and it was very powerful. So I wanted to be able to share that with you instead of our daily reading that I normally do on Monday. So this is where we are. I hope you enjoy it. So the interesting thing is, so one, this was gifted to me, and they told me it was the wounded, like the healer, the wounded healer, and that they, or golden healer, sorry, not wounded healer, golden healer. And then what I use this for is in my practice when I feel that there is some deep healing needing to be done. It's almost as if this is the golden, it's like a beautiful golden energy that of love that's created around something that needs to be healed. And so is there something in your life that needs to be healed? Is that one of the reasons why you grabbed that? And then we have this bridge card. And as you can see, it's 38, and there's this rainbow bridge, kind of like one hand offering to the other hand, and it's over the water. And what's very interesting, there's a lot of dark here over the water, and the water to me represents the emotional impact of something. And when we're looking at this going from one to the other, and it's almost as if I'm feeling like there's some energy, some healing that needs to happen regarding some aspect that maybe you haven't been, that you've kind of disassociated yourself from, something that you've just not wanted to deal with. I do know everything that I'm hearing from astrologers are saying that right now is the time to heal those aspects, if that's the case. So I'm going to go to the guidebook here, which is the Kim Krans guidebook. It's really beautifully written. And what it says is, notice, it says, lie on the floor and listen to Bridge Over Troubled Waters. Notice the ease and acceptance within the melody and the feeling of rising above the muck. So it's very interesting because water can be associated with a lot of emotional energy. And then you have this big void here. And I'm hearing one of those things. It's as if it's okay to feel sadness. It's okay to feel fear. It's okay. As a matter of fact, I think it's very important that if we have these feelings coming up, to make sure that we don't try to suppress them, that we really lean into them, because they're there for a reason. But it's very easy when things start getting hard to stay in that. Know that the emotions are there for a reason, but you don't have to stay in that emotional state. And more than likely, I've been doing this. I go up and down, I was doing this before the election, and now that it's here and we're faced with this like destructive power that seems like it's looming right in front of us, it's hard to know how to be. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this reading. So the bridges, what it says here is they're a connection, they're a link, and it's asking you to rise above, to not go too deeply into the water, to be aware of these emotional aspects, but to create some sort of energy that kind of feels like you're still connected to something despite this heavy emotional aspect that's going on. It says the archetype of this is the gesture of acceptance, of saying yes rather than withdrawing, separating, and saying no. When we cross a bridge to an unknown land, we are led magically into a new reality. So that's very important here, is that it's asking you to be able to understand that you can create what you desire to see. And it's more than just create your own reality from the law of attraction and all that. It's because it's over the water, we have to really be invested in this open-heartedness, this ability to really lean into the things that are difficult and lean in to the emotional aspects of what's going on right now on the planet, because that is the opposite of all this narcissistic behavior and all this, this kind of conquering over and not caring about other people. So I think that this is a time to lean into that we are going to, that's the problem with AI, right? It has no feeling. Everything is just generated statistically, where the emotional aspect is the very human aspect about us. And when you remove that, it's just like you're a robot, which is what narcissism, you know, really is. It's like this robotic way of being, just because you've completely detached yourself from being able to feel. So it says here that we open up to the otherness, the healing and communication are made possible, and we enter a state of curiosity and learning. Remember that a bridge can't be forced. It must be made with love, or the structure will not withstand the weather of life. So that is a really interesting, you know, perspective around that, is that is that open-heartedness. That is the ability to feel and to understand and to really have the awareness. All these narcissistic, misogynistic, you know, masculine structures that are all about dominance or control, or, you know, working, you know, not working from the heart, they can't last. They really, there's, you know, this time is over, even though it looks like it's not. It's like the, you know, when things are getting ready to change, there's this, you know, this greedy moment to try to grab everything that you can. And that's what I think is happening in our elections and what's going on here. So let's take a look at the second card with Raphael being the Archangel, and he's the Holy Liberator. So it's very interesting that it's asking us to kind of rise above and not get stuck into something, that there's a connection needing to be made. And I think the connection is this higher understanding with the Holy Liberator, which is Raphael. In the meditation card, as you can see here, these are practices that rise above this very masculine. This is much more of a feminine aspect of allowing. And in the card meditation, it asks us to find detachment from things that are pulling us under, let's say, into the water. It says, Raphael provides us with a yellow ray to soar with. And that yellow ray is like this beautiful light energy from our solar plexus chakra. That it's our inner light and radiance, helping us to feel good about who we are in this moment. It's asking us to quiet our mind and to allow the singing, the angels to sing, to dance, to find joy in the moment of non-joy is that liberation that I think that we're looking for. It's like we need to kind of find things that give us joy, and our energy will be raised in the finding of the joy, and it will help liberate and not allow these darknesses that are trying to take over the world here to catch hold. It says, so at dawn or at a sunset, practice meditation, breathing deeply. It will bring your own messages, like oracle messages in, because I am an oracle reader. This is the art of the oracle. It's being able to understand and to receive the energy of what needs to be said. You are also an oracle. The trees are oracles. You know, there's so many different ways. So receive the messages that I'm bringing in here and take a moment and let those messages digest, and other people that you're listening to. But you inevitably will know the truth of all these oracles, and you will be able to grab what resonates and what doesn't. So please be aware of how important it is for you to go in. And that's why this card of meditation is coming out for you. Now, what's really interesting is it's saying time is of the essence. So when we look at the time of the essence card, the first thing that I notice here is that she is covered, and she's covered with this beautiful red cloth, and then there's clocks all around you. It's almost as if she's shutting out the ability to see time. And time is a very man-made construct, and this red is about this root chakra energy, and that energy of being grounded into the moment. So it's almost as if it's asking you to kind of leave that behind. It says, time waits for no one, and are you taking care of the things that you need to focus on? Are you filling your time with things that are taking you away or making you drowned in negative thoughts, or overly, you know, fearful thoughts and things like that, that as you lose the time here, this is about being able to really sit within your body and to allow all this emotional energy to transmute from sorrow to liberation, right? That's what we want, is that this new energy of this like king-like mentality, as some of the cards suggested, last week, is it's about standing in our power. So it's telling you to understand that time is whatever we desire it, whatever we make of the time. And that the time, that is clicking in the background is not you. Universally, you are, outside of all constraints of time. So the place where time begins and ends will show you exactly what time means to you. So allow your soul to guide you to the wheel that holds time, meaning that, you can kind of get caught up, I think, in my mind, in the aspect of what time really is. Because, this another man-made construct here about the work week and the, 9 to 5 and all those things. We have solar times, we have lunar times, we have, we know time based on the coming of the sun and the setting and the rising of the moon. So I think what it's asking you to do is to kind of go within and to be more attached to these natural aspects of time and to get connected with you and how you're spending these moments. So be very mindful of, these moon times where it's an opportunity for you to connect with the full moon or the new moon and things like that, as opposed to this man-made information and this man-made, constructs. All of this is, I believe, asking you to go and to rise above anything that might seem limiting at this time. Interesting, they use time again. And then this renewal with all these beautiful butterflies around here, where you can see that once that there's a lot going on right now, but know that this renewal aspect will come into be after you've had a time to disconnect from some of the things that feel a little bit, out of your control. So remember that there's a place of renewal coming outside of chaos and conflict, that the universe wants you to be in a place of renewal, to be able to create the desires that you want. Channel your spirit animal, the butterfly, and overflow and rise above the challenges in this renewed sense of overflowing energy. And that is something that you're not going to find within the constructs of what's been going on in the political system, where everything seems like it's out of our control. And so let's go to the Crow Tarot here to find out. All right, the first card coming out is the Ace of Pentacles. So this is working right alongside this renewal card here, because the Ace of Pentacles is new beginnings and bringing those new beginnings, new aspects, whether it's, a move or a new job, or just you personally with family. Some of us have been divided because of the political references. And then another one here. Oh, I love this. Another one. So to me, these are representative of these beautiful aspects of this new beginning, right? It's asking you to, rise above and, change this kind of perspective. And then to let go of the constraints that might be around you and to step into a renewed sense of your own personal power. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is mirroring that, and the Magician card, which is mirroring that. I thought that we could get all of these in to this space, but I keep moving. It's very interesting because I think that all things happen for a reason, right? And it's almost like, the cards are showing me that all you have to do, that everything is, like we have everything that we need to move forward. It's about, allowing us to look at things differently, to move things along, to create the space that we desire. This Magician, again, it's the beginning of understanding that you have everything you need. He has all of the elements at play here, and he's rising into this new space of being. So what are the last bit of information for reading number 1? The Page of Swords. So this is about something new coming in. The swords are about these conversations and these new ideas and things coming in. And of course, when we're going into a new time, we're going to hear that kind of information, right? And it could be news about a lot of different things. We have the Nine of Pentacles. This is a really lovely reading. So the Nine of Pentacles is around money and being able to really reap the rewards of money. We have another butterfly coming in right now at this time. These lotus flowers. So if it's been a time of challenge, of difficulties with monies, this is the overcoming of that money and rising into this new day, this new energy, as you may not see it right now. And it's saying time is of the essence because, you know, we're all moving into a new state of time. And right now it's very important for us to go into spaces that are making us the connection to things that bring us joy, not connecting to the things that bring us fear. It's not that we are, you know, spiritually bypassing, which is, you know, one of these things that we hear about a lot. It's really not about that. It's about understanding that these things outside of us are outside of us, and they don't have to affect us in the same way unless we want them to. So this is a very beautiful card when you're looking at needing financial renewal or renewing, going to a new space, a new environment for a new way of living. That's what I see here with this oak tree and this the dog here, where you have security, where you have loyalty, where you have a space where you just work together with everything within it. Okay, I think that'll be the last amount of cards that we have here. Yeah, look at that. So we have the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune, the Sun, oh my gosh, everything is major arcana. What is the chance of all of this being major arcana? Do you see what I'm saying? This is an extremely powerful reading here. The reading is showing you that this move is absolutely huge. It can't get any better than this, truly. This is about you being able to have the things that you need as you're moving forward, despite what may feel like it's limiting on the outside. The Magician is showing you that you have the ability to create what you desire. You have all the tools. And if you're, you know, looking for a word or something that is giving you information to move forward, this Page of Swords is a very fast moving energy. The energy is going to come in quickly to give you kind of this new state, this new financial thing that you need, this new family, the new understanding will come in. The Wheel of Fortune is about this change of time. It's about moving things from what was to what is now coming in. And what is coming in is all this beautiful change, new beginning, new beginning. New beginning here, and the Sun, Justice, and the Emperor. This is about, this brightens up everything when the Sun is in. It's in the middle of your reading here, right below this renewal card and this new beginning in the Ace of Pentacles, balancing out the energy, justice coming in finally for you if you've been going through difficult times. And then again, we have this, I make sure all these are in here. Oh, because we have the Justice card here. We have the Justice card. We have the, let's move this up. We have, so this is about getting the thing that you deserve. You've been putting so much beautiful energy in and getting the reward from that. And the Emperor, as you can see, is looking back on everything that has been going on here in your life, and he's sitting pretty. He's actually sitting on the sword, right? He understands that, he's aware of the power of his words, things moving quickly. This big red in the middle of all this gold is, he knows how to work within the earthly plane. And this is an aspect of you. Either you're going to meet somebody, something is going to change to completely shift. So try not to worry, try not to, it is a new change for you, this bridging of where you've been into this new space. And this is beautiful new energy flowing in for you. So pile number 1, I am super, super excited to be doing this reading for you. And I hope you feel this incredible energy coming in for you and the flow and the beauty of what this moment is bringing for you. So until next time, I hope you have an absolutely joyful day and a wonderful week. Bye now. All right, pile number 2, this is your reading. Thank you so much for being here. So this is the warrior card. That is your energy. And what I love is between here, this rainbow energy, this beautiful coming together. And you have this, it's almost like, you know, the ending of something. I see this, you know, the death of this skull here, but in the middle of it is, you know, what happens to create a diamond. It's like pressure and time. And this beautiful, like, new energy coming in is what it feels like with this snake here, right? That's wrapping around everything, letting you know that through all of this that has happened for you, that there's something coming in that's going to change the energy, because we also have this polished quartz, and in the middle of this quartz I'm seeing really beautiful energies. I hope that you can see some of that light coming through there, but yeah, it's very beautifully faceted in there. And it's quartz is all about this clarity and amplification. So make sure that you're clear on what's going on and how you want to move forward. I'll read a little bit from Kim Krans. It says, be careful because the warrior does imply war. The two go hand in hand. Those who defeat others are strong. Those who defeat themselves are mighty. So what is it? Is there something that you're trying to fight against or trying to change through the pressure of time? Are you wanting some sort of thing, a renewal here? So let's see what it says. We often envision the warrior as an armored figure with a sword in hand moving blindly toward battle. Yet the deeper aspect of the archetype brings us face to face with death itself. The warrior's work requires presence, alignment, and purpose. If and when the warrior loses its center, violence appears. So it's like this energy here. The reason why this, you know, diamond, I think, is in the middle is like there are many different ways. When you look into a diamond and it's cut well and the facets are there, it's like liberating, right? The light just dances throughout the diamond. But if you close that diamond off, or if you break that beautiful facet, it's not going to carry the light as beautifully through and without it. So I think that it's asking you to make sure the wisdom of your life is used in a way that liberates your soul, that so you don't take the energy and bring it down into something that is where you lose your ability to see all the facets and everything that's going on, so the light stays open and available to you. I'll read the last thing that it says. It says, it is likely a great one with deep roots and long-standing tensions. It is likely a great one with deep roots and long-standing tensions. The actions you take will stay with you long after the dust settles, so choose wisely, brave one. As you draw your sword, realign with the eternal wisdom above, and then surrender to the battle. So what it was saying here is that when this card appears, it's important to question the battle at hand. So, and then it says that battle could be a great one. So make sure that you understand what you're fighting for, what is at stake here, and make sure that you're not going at things from this very ego-driven place or fear-driven place. Bring in clarity, amplify that clarity, make sure that the light is filling the space so you know clearly what you're going into. And if you do, there are great rewards can be gained from that. So let's ask the angels of Atlantis. This is the one that came out. Isn't that interesting? We have the warrior and the willpower. All right, so there's, just like the other reading, it has been, you know, really interesting watching how these cards so beautifully are coming out into play. And I love this energy of this great whale. It's one of the largest mammals, right, here on the earth. And it, in a lot of different traditions, there's a lot of different information about the whale. One is that it is this beautiful creature that is like the beginning of all language. That's, you know, that language that you hear underneath the ocean and how it can connect to the stars and the moon and you know, planets, and that it's this beautiful opportunity for you to dive deep within. It's like, but the card itself is about willpower. And Haniel, interestingly, we have the warrior here. Haniel is the sacred warrior. So it's about diving deep into something and knowing why it is that you're going into what you have. It's exactly what the warrior card was about, is that understanding, you know, having the clarity, having the ability to see something, not going at it with your ego. So it says, just like great whales of the ocean swimming in Mother Earth's tears, you're asked to bring willpower to your life in order to achieve the possibility of glory. The ancient souls of these beautiful sea creatures bring us to the flow of the universe, which reminds us all is well in the divine matrix. So take heart. If your will is not currently flowing, you know, coming from your heart, ask for assistance with Haniel here. And this beautiful ruby ray force flooding through you. So look at this. We have these beautiful gems that are coming out, this beautiful ruby and the beautiful diamond. And I think that there's some aspect about that, the clarity of what is going on here and the facets, that things are more than just what they appear on the surface, and that these are aspects of you, that your divinity should be shining. Don't allow yourself to go deep into fear or lack or feel like others can control you. It says, you will feel the ruby force ray flooding through you, giving you such strength of purpose and healing that you will once again feel clear to admit your magnificence in the world. I really like that. I like the energy that it's bringing through. And I think that there's some beautiful aspect here of what's going on. Something very, very important. So the card that came out is the heart chakra here. And is this interesting because you've got this clear, which could be seen as the crown chakra. You have this red, which could be seen as the root chakra. And then you have here the heart chakra card, which is, you know, if the information coming in from the divine force, that from your crown, knowing that you are connected to the divine connection of the cosmos, and then know that you're deeply connected through the root into the mother itself, through everything that is. And that when you, in the middle of all of this, is your heart asking you to really go deep within and understand why it is that you're doing what you're doing. Move forward in this heart space energy. Make sure you're divinely connected to the powers of the cosmos and the deep connection within the earth. So then you're walking in this earth. We came here to feel. You have all these energies around us right now that feel like they're all narcissistic and uncaring, and they're really working from this state of ego, which is neither this, or this. This is the highest wisdom and guidance. This is knowing that your connection to the earth matters, and that as long as you're staying connected here to the planet Earth, that you know where you stand, and you can do all of this through this deep heart chakra, which is the feeling of all things, the feeling of the connection of as above, so below, and the connection of your body and what it's bringing into this space is what separates us from narcissistic tendencies. Their heart is cold and closed off, and it's the reason why people who have deep hearts get kind of sucked into it, because we can't imagine that anybody could work from that cold space because our heart is open. So know if you've been victim to that, it's because your heart is open. Just make sure that you have these two connections, that you're going from this divine understanding and that you're deeply rooted. So, you know, you can't be too out there and not be rooted into what's going on day to day. All of this, the head and the earth connection, as long as you're moving forward with this heart chakra, then you will feel and you will know the reality and the truth in where you're going. It says, it's asking you to soften and use your heart kind of like as an energetic medicine. You can afford to show all sides of yourself because You are so you. Nothing can negatively affect you. And that's true. I mean, even when, like I've been in narcissistic relationships and they're awful. But what it did is it made me realize that I needed to become more connected in these two areas. And it helped me to become more connected. And I see that narcissistic people, unfortunately, they like mimic things because their heart isn't open. They can't feel it. They're not connected on these levels. They just can't. So they mimic what they think is right on the outside. And then whatever it is that they're doing, they usually project it on somebody else because they have no remorse. Remorse requires some sort of attachment to something outside of themselves, which isn't there. So be guided and be reminded that all these connections are extremely important. So it reminds you to come from a place of love and compassion no matter what, no matter the situation. When you are unwavering in faith in yourself and who you are, it doesn't matter what anyone else says or how you're perceived. So, right, so this is about you and only you. Now, you could say, well, that sounds like a very narcissistic thing, but when you cannot, your heart, when you're a narcissist, your heart is, you're disconnected from your heart. Generally, you're disconnected from a lot of things because you're working from a very ego-driven center. And so your brain is constantly feeding you information in ways. It's a very sad place to be. It really, really is. And so, you know, intuitiveness, these beautiful things that you have around you right now. Don't underestimate these gifts that are coming forward. I'm going to the Crow Tarot here to get some information. So we have the Six of Wands here, and this is about achievement. This is about being able to rise above like the things of others, to stand out from the crowd, to be seen. This is about your energy and how it is. So this is victory around something. So if you've been moving towards something, and I've asked for these readings to be about what we can expect in the next 4 to 6 weeks here. And so you being able to come out on top from a situation. We also have this. So isn't this interesting? So we have a 6 and we're going back down here to the 5. So there's something here that you haven't been able to see. And you may have to let go of something. That's what I see here with this kind of loss. This is a deep heart loss. And so this victory that you receive and the like taking yourself outside of some of the other things around you, perhaps standing out, standing above the crowd, you may have to let something go to do that. It may not be something that you want, but it is, with the Justice cards here, it is something you need. It's so interesting. I did a reading for myself. The Justice card came out. Pile number 1, the Justice card came out. So this is really what it's all about. And last week, the Justice card came out before we had our election. And it didn't feel like justice prevailed, which is exactly what the reading said. But every single reading practically has had this justice prevails. This is the rising above. This is the balancing that's coming in. And it's asking you don't get overly upset. Let go of these things that you need to. Don't go into despair because justice will prevail here. There is something more that I feel like we are not being able to see, because look at this. We have now the Queen of Cups. This energy that's coming in is about really truly being connected to your heart and rising above mundane things, knowing your deep connection with all of life and your heart being extremely open and powerful. And this could be an aspect of you. Let's get some more cards to see how that's coming in. Look at that. And we have the King of Pentacles. This is again the balancing of your heart and your earthly possessions. It's balancing your heart and this earthly possessions. It's understanding that things, you have the ability to create all the things. The rising above and standing out in your power is so very important right now. And you may be feeling this sense of loss. So either you have to let go of something, or, like most of us, we're kind of going up and down. We're trying to be very aware of things that are going on. And yet, You know, it feels like things are a little bit out of our control, but they're not. They really are not. It's so very important to stand in your power, especially right now. And then again, look at this. So we have another 4 here. And this is a 4. Look at, I love that these are showing, you know, them outside of being with. This is being away from other people. This one is about, you know, I believe my interpretation of this is you rising outside of the norm, the flock, like being different from people that seems like the herd right now. Standing up, standing in your power. It could be victory. This is the same thing, but this is knowing when to step outside of what that chatter is that's going on in the outside world. This one, this guy is not dead. He's taking a break. The swords are about our communication, about things, our thoughts and things. And this is stepping away once again. So don't get caught up in all the chatter that could be going on around you. Is there any more? Okay, so there's a few cards that are coming out here. We have the 7 of Swords. This is leaving. And isn't that interesting, the 5? So it's really interesting because we have the 4 and the 7 and the 5. And this is all about communication. This is about not getting caught up, taking a break from some of the chatter that's going on. This is leaving. This is knowing when it's time to leave a situation. And this is, you know, it looks like a victory, but what it is like knowing that the words, like the battles that you're choosing to fight, there are consequences for these words and for these actions. I'm going to see if there is anything else. Yeah, and then here we've got the 3 of Wands. And it's almost as if now, you know, you have an opportunity to cross over, to go from this side to this side, where there's going to be a whole new opportunity here. The mountains, the rising up, this beautiful like star is here on the other side, but it looks very tumultuous in the middle. So this, what's really important here is, I think the main message for you, pile number 2, is that you are a spiritual warrior. Stay in your spiritual, in that highest wisdom and guidance. You can get caught sometimes in kind of, you know, going into battle against things that really don't matter. It's asking you to stay grounded. Make sure you move forward with your heart. You may have thoughts and ideas that stand out from others, which kind of keeps you away from people that perhaps you thought that, maybe you thought that, you know, you were going to be with these people forever, and now they're starting to feel like you can't be around them. So there could be a loss. Know that justice will prevail in the end, that everything is not exactly as it seems, which is why I think that this is over his eyes. Have some faith as you move into this new stage, that there is a beautiful opportunity for us all to rise above the situations that are happening. There's something that is balancing for you, which is why this justice is coming out. It's about having your heart match what you're doing and what you're putting out into the world. It could also mean like it just having a better understanding of what is coming in. The king, you want the king to be part of you. It's like he understands, he understands the importance of, you know, having the abundance that he needs, about moving forward with the awareness really of, you know, being steeped in physical things, right? So if you're looking for a new job or whatever, it'll be something that you love. It's about balancing these energies. But at the same time, these are lower things that could be moving through your life right now. And this is asking you not to get caught up into the chatter that kind of lowers your vibration and takes you into a space where you have to, you know, this sometimes when you get caught up in these little things, you think you won the fight, but you really didn't. There's always losses at the end of them, even though, you know, you feel like, okay, well, I had to say what I had to say. This could be, you know, there's a lot going on here around loss. And this is the 5, another 5. 5s are about big changes that are happening right now. So there could be a lot of losses here. And it could have, you know, it could tug at your heart. It could be words that are being said. but know in the end that there's an opportunity for you to kind of move to the other side, for you to change your perspective, to distance yourself from the things that don't make you feel very good, distance yourself from people, and make sure that you take care of your own energy. Rest when you need to. Don't get caught up in some of this little chattery business that's going on. Don't feel the need to kind of get into every debate that's going on out there, because there's a lot of divisiveness. And the truth is, in the end, it feels like most of the time that nobody wins. Keep your heart open, know what's in your heart, and that's the most important thing that I think that we can all do right now. So pile number 2, this is your reading. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so grateful to have you here at the channel, and I look forward to reading for you again real soon. If you liked what you saw here, please click the like and subscribe button, and I'd really love to hear how this reading resonated with you. Until next time, have an amazing day. Bye now. All right, pile number 3, this is your reading. Okay, so we have the Shaman, which is card number 16. And a lot of interesting things going on here. There's the diamond, which is created from time and pressure. You have this amazing snake here. This looks like, kind of looks like the third eye, but it also looks like, to me, the first thing that I saw was almost like a magic potion on some level. Gold and, death. The hand. So what I see from all of this is that the shaman has a lot of information, and he understands the elements within life itself, and he brings his or she brings her hand into the situation and understands how to transmute energies, understands that everything in life is a flow and there's no bad and good, that there are opportunities for learning, for growth, for challenge, for creation. Because you also have here the this beautiful raven, obsidian raven, and the obsidian, is a protective stone. And I feel like the shamanic practices are about protection sometimes and release of things. And so I kind of feel like there's aspects of that as well. The raven is kind of this magical creature, which allows the understanding of both the underworld and the overworld, like as above, so below. And we see this separation between things that I believe is just this construct, and not allowing ourselves to see both sides of, or all sides, all aspects of ourself as the creator, as the healer, as the understanding of the universe, and being deeply connected into the earth at the same time, and the power of what that magic that is naturally a part of us has to do with it. It's intuitive practices. It is so much wrapped up in this shaman card. I'm so excited to get into your reading. So I'm going to read a little bit from Kim Krans's The Archetype Guidebook. What it says here is 3 archetypal ingredients constitute the shaman, and all must be present in order to reveal its magic. The shaman is activated by long-standing diligence and study. So this is where this diamond aspect of it. You have to go through a lot of challenges, a lot of experiences. That's what we're talking about diligence and study, or the understanding of earth elements in the sky, and the respect of all of these things, right? You can't say this is better than that. It's like the understanding and respect of all. Secondly, it says its orientation is generously and accurately aimed towards the healing of the self. So when this shaman card is coming out, it's saying that there's a deep understanding and a deep healing somewhere that is either present, something that either you have been working on for a long time or need to work on. With the raven here at its side, I feel like there is an opportunity for some really deep work that is happening. Perhaps intuitive things are going to open up for you. Perhaps your understanding of things outside of yourself. Because the third thing is the shaman has a knack for finding doorways to the other world, psychic visions, magic, unseen bridges between one thing or the other, revealing the power in a time, or finding the light in a time of darkness, finding the gift within what seems like the destruction aspects of something. It says this card reminds us that the force of healing is ultimately not all our own. We must shape it and share it with the world. So one of the things that I keep hearing is that there's this end of this Kali Yuga cycle, and that how important it is for us to understand the power of our own liberation. Like, we can't sit around waiting for someone else to do it. This is about transmuting what the things that are here, that we've been born into, these terrible sometimes cycles that just make us feel like we're disempowered. But the truth is, we have so much power and ability to create whatever it is we want. And we've been here. We've been in life school. We can't get caught up and become the victim of anything. All of these experiences are here because right now is the time of liberation. For you, for me, for the planet, for the divine feminine, for the divine masculine, for the earth, for, you know, cosmic connection. This is the time of liberation. And when liberation comes, it usually comes after this time of like chaos, which is exactly what it feels like we're in right now. So try not to lose your faith. Don't give away your power to anyone that thinks that they can control you, because they are not. There is not one person on this planet better than anyone else. It's all about life school. Okay, so this is what came out for you. It's so interesting. Okay, this is very, very weird. All of these cards kind of came out in a stack, and I just took the one on the bottom. But every one of these cards is Archangel Michael, which is like the supreme guidance and understanding. This is the I am presence. This is this golden understanding of this divinity within you. You have Michael as enchantment, as presence, as patient, and as transmutation, which is one of the things I said right here in the beginning. Look at all of this divine, like purple energy that's coming out with Michael. This is about understanding your magic, understanding the power of who you are, about the power of the divinity. This is, I think it's Thor, right? The information, like all information is available to us right now. This is about divine aspects coming in to presence. I'm so excited. First of all, I rarely get Michael cards, but for all of these cards to come out together, this is like ×4. And to me, 4 is all about, this is card number, no, that's 16. But but there are 4 aspects of Michael. So that means that the presence of Michael is so very strong for you, pile number 3. And this card here is here to remind you that you are a sovereign being on the throne, and spiritual sovereignty is awaiting. This is the Shaman card. You've been there. You've been in the trenches. You have everything that you need right now to take full control. And I believe that there's an aspect about you that is here at this time right now to bring about this divinity and to bring about your magic. There is something missing right now in your life, and I think it's the magic. It's like the understanding of your own divinity. It's like, are you, in this aspect where you do not see your own magic, this sovereignty that you have available to you? The unicorns are, real. All these stories and things that are trying to keep us small, all these ways that kind of limited our understanding of our own presence, our own sovereignty, our own magic. It says this, when this unicard magical horn touches your soul with the love of its Pearce, I don't even know what that is. I think it's saying your perspective. When it touches your understanding, it's compelling, eternal, and especially wise about the divine light within you. And it shines through your entire soul to magnetize to you what you need at this time. Step into your sovereignty, understand, change your perspective to this amazing highest wisdom and guidance. Be patient. It's here for you. I think it's here for us right now. I think it's always been here. But as we have learned so much, it is coming into the forefront, especially here at this time for you, pile number 3. So it's asking you to kind of meditate, go within, allow this, it says work to allow, to truly see an active force in the time distance between visualization and manifestation. It's asking you to really step into your true power, to understand your magic, and to create. There is, you know, the ability, but you have to distance yourself from things that are trying to create this feeling of lack and disempowerment. And then you have Thoth here, which is the supreme alchemist, the supreme wizard of creation, and understanding across all time that he has the understanding. Where we started here from the Shaman card, it's like he is the ultimate shaman. He understands. He has all the wisdom across time. It says this priest wizard has been through the millennia working intimately with the magic of Michael. And this right now, all of this purple energy, all of this magic that is coming through right now is here to help you turn this gold, this, you know, attempt to turn base metal into gold, to create this golden transmutation that is so necessary, to call on Archangel Michael, the angels, ancestors, Thoth, who's, you know, around this rapid understanding of spiritual growth and opportunity that is coming to you right now. So I'm going to look right here into these beautiful Spirit Mama cards to see what they want to add to this reading. Very, very, look at that. Oh my God, this is probably the most magical reading I think I've ever done. The portal. You have the shaman, you have all of this archangel energy coming forward. There, whoever is seeing this reading right now, you are ready for a massive shift. This portal is here taking you to a new understanding, a new awareness of something outside what you have normally seen and expected, and you are ready. You've done the work. You know that there is power in yourself and beyond what you have been able to see up until this point. So this is about a transformation that is coming. A door is opening for you right now and asking you to step into this higher level of understanding and magic that has always been around you, but now is the time. Now you are ready for it. And this is another version of you, and allowing you to be able to be healed. When you step through there, there's like a boat here, like sailing into a new world. She's like this high priestess. So it's the highest level of your I am presence, this highest ability to transform anything from your past where you felt darkness or lack or the inability to fit in or whatever it is. It's because you are so great in your awareness. It says, what if once you step through this other portal, it's like an awareness of all of these things, your ability to transmute, your ability to understand your shamanic essence about you, to draw magic, to create this transmute, and to go into this, what I feel like is like going in and tapping into sacred energies, to be patient with what's coming in because it's really, really big. It says in here, what if it's a portal to all the versions of yourself that you've always had access to? It's like what we were saying here, your magic, your ability to tap in and to go within to other realms and aspects, to understanding of all this divine wisdom that's always been within you. So the portal itself is not empty, but overflowing with love and energy. So there's a lot going on here. So let's see what we're going to get here from these beautiful Crow Tarot to add to your reading. This, I mean, this is absolutely magical. And yeah, the cards are flying out to show the magic. Look at this. Okay, so this is the Seven of Cups. So this is about choices. Now, so what it's saying here, there are choices. You can stay. This is about heart-based choices. It's like, what is really drawing you forward, and understanding the importance of moving forward with your heart. Don't think about this. Feel into what it is that you're looking to create or be a part of. And it's extremely important for you to do that right now at this time. There is so much light coming in for you. This is, again, cups energy. This is about your heart energy. This is about connecting, creating that connection to all that is, to your power. It seems like in this Two of Cup energy that they've created the understanding of this new beginning around coming together, emotionally rising. This is rising above adversity. This is talking about, knowing and receiving information through the actual experiencing of things. This is coming together from a heart-based space, healing energy, and flying really into your strength. Even though it feels like a small card, the two is about the coming together, and this is this new energy around what's going on. So some of these cards came out in the last reading, and oh my God, I can't believe this, but this card came out in every reading, the Justice card. Justice is coming through. It came out last week, and then when the elections went not in a direction where it felt like justice, it felt like those readings were not really tapped in, and I was confused trying to understand. Every reading that I've done since then is brought out this Justice card. There is a balancing of justice. This is this new energy of stepping into your heartbeat. We may be feeling, this is about Pentacles, we may be feeling, or you may feel a time that feels like lack, that you're not getting what it is that you need in life. There's an opportunity for you to step back. This is about quieting, distancing yourself from the chatter that's going on outside. Lay down all the things that you believe is going to happen, because something is coming through that you cannot even imagine in a million years, that is creating justice for this world right now. And you are a big part of what's going on. I believe part of what this change is. So you have the choice to move forward with your heart. Oh my gosh. And look at that. And you have the World card. The World card is like, it's like there's a whole new world coming. You don't see it right now. I don't think any of us see what's going on right now, but this is an extremely powerful reading. And the last two cards here it's all about justice. It's about the balancing. He has this beautiful red ribbon or silk around his eyes, because he doesn't need to see. He knows that he's rising into this greatness, that the things that were meant to be here are coming into balance. And of course, right next to it, you have another crown here that's showing that this world is changing. It's turning. Astrologically, they have all these symbols here, like Leo and the bull, the ram, and Scorpio. All these new things. They're not new. I think everything is coming back again, but it's time for everything to shift into a new way of being, into a new world, a new portal, a new, like we're going to step into a whole new world, a whole new way of being. And pile number 3, I think that you're going to be at the forefront of this. You may not see it right now. You may feel like you're in this state of loss, because our perspectives are small. They're too small. With Archangel Michael coming out in such a big way, and this justice coming out, I have shuffled and shuffled and shuffled, and you watch these cards fly out. Every reading, the justice card flew out. And every reading, it's telling us all, whoever is watching this reading, that balance is coming to us. Justice will prevail. There's a new rising in the world right now. And it doesn't have anything to do with Donald winning the presidency. It's so much beyond the smallness of what is being created from this transaction. He's just showing us. And he's separating the world into these people that have not done the work and are still living in this heart-based kind of prison that is keeping their heart contracted. and then people who are working and transmuting and changing their world into a space to understand their power, their magic, their gifts, that we're all willing to change and to move into something far beyond the smallness of what this election. There's a lot of just grief and strife and war and masculine energy trying to take over things. Justice will prevail. Something that is completely unseen to us right now is about to change, is about to open up for all of us. And pile number 3, you are at the forefront of this huge change. So tap into what you already know. Step into that beautiful presence that is you. So I hope you enjoyed the reading. I look forward to hearing from you. If you have any questions or if any of this resonated, I hope you will hit the subscribe button if you're not a subscriber, and I'd love to hear from you and let me know what you think of the reading. Until next time, I hope you have a magical day. Bye now.